everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Cowboys going up against the Broncos. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are located a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building here in downtown Denver. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like two losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be brought out by their 6-year quarterback, played his college ball at Arizona State, Brock Osweiler.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
Now Osweiler, and his throw here's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's second down. The offensive starters now for the Broncos.
Often overlooked and almost always underrated, C.J. Anderson has an impact on games that he plays. Very strong up top, has really good balance as well. I've seen him bounce off of tacklers, stay on his feet, and continue to churn out additional gains. Also pretty effective in the passing game as well.
Again on 2nd and 10 now. It's Osweiler. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a good...
Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here. Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Osweiler. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The offensive starters now for the Cowboys.
The trademark of the Cowboys offense is balance. They start with the running game, the number 2 running team in the NFL in 2016. And while the number 23 passing number may give some cause for alarm, don't look at it that way. They run the ball so well and so effectively that when they do decide to throw the football, it often results in big plays downfield.
He dumps off to Morris. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. The numbers for Dak as a rookie last year are still kind of mind-boggling. You look at QB rating. Dak was 104.9. Now, among full-time quarterbacks, only 2 Super Bowl quarterbacks, Matt Ryan and Tom Brady, were higher.
And look who he finished ahead of. Guys like Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Russell Wilson. Amazing.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Flushed out right. Room to run inside the 40. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
And they've kept the core intact from the unit that won Super Bowl 50. Secondary, still a strong suit. Number 1 against the pass in 2016. They've ranked 4th overall in total defense, so they haven't dropped off at all. They're hoping to get some more consistent play from their offense to get them back to the Super Bowl.
Second down following the incompletion. On the ground, this is Smith. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his second touchdown on the season, and the Broncos have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. There are Witten's numbers from last week's game. 5 catches, 84 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Prescott on first down. And this one caught by Beasley. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's Prescott. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Fresh set of downs here. Prescott to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
First down, Prescott. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Osweiler giving to Anderson on the draw. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
When the Cowboys selected Anthony Hitchens, they knew they were getting a productive college linebacker, one who tackled really well and was able to diagnose plays. But what they also got was a guy who could also cover running backs out of the backfield, showing a dose of speed to run down plays.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good first down call as the screen play gets them 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second down, Prescott. Gets it to Bryce Butler, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A first down throw for Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
From the red zone now, Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Smith. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They go back to the ground with Smith. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Prescott on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. He hit him earlier in this 1st quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now Osweiler on 2nd down, and he finds Tyler Kroft. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. They run it again with Anderson, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
From the shotgun, Osweiler. A dump off to Anderson. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on to punt for Denver. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On third down, it's Prescott. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see.
And the CowBoyz pressure gets there this time for the sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On second down, Anderson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up. The Broncos on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both. And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. And got his man complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play here for the Cowboys. 43 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And again, it's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Bryce Butler, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Another drive getting ready to start here for Demaryius Thomas. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Osweiler, screen play, Anderson. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
A fake to Anderson. Now it's Osweiler. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, An update from Los Angeles. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Kirk Cousins, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Prescott now. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Prescott now on second down. Going right side, he has Witten. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On third down, it's Morris, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Third and long for Prescott. He dumps off to Morris. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. They run for it with Morris. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Past the 20. Out left side here to Bryant. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Time for us to spotlight C.J. Anderson. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Stephen Paya able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun, it's Osweiler. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. David Irving. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. Des Bryant now, he gears up to help lead this offense again. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
You can go back to Stillwater, Oklahoma, in his days as an Oklahoma State Cowboy and see very similar plays. We always talk about running backs who don't give up on a run. He doesn't give up on a catch or a run after it, does he?
Now, Dez is one of the best in the business, and as you always say, so competitive, isn't he?
Without a doubt. He's going to fight you to the nth degree for the football or for yardage.
And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To the air again, Prescott. Escaping the pressure, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And that stretches the lead to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now we look at C.J. Anderson as he trots back out there and gets set to go on offense. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game, probably something they need to do more of here losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Osweiler to throw, and the grab by Croft. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. This is taken at about the 14. A shifty move by Dez. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the second quarter now. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. Jared Goff, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. A reminder, coming up tonight, Green Bay visits Atlanta. All sorts of storylines there. A playoff rematch, also the opening of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then on Monday night, the Giants host the Lions.
So the Giants play on Sunday night and Monday night to open the season.
Yeah, 2 under the lights.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's Prescott, and he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They'll throw again. Prescott. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Prescott finding his big receiver Bryant there for a Cowboy 1st down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Right. He's tied right here. He's tied on the right. Tied on the right.
They'll try to run it with Morris. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
If this was boxing, you think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Alfred Morris, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Cowboys continue to pour it on.
Well, we got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people and power his way forward.
And it's the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. A little juke. And hello, he's going to be knocked backward as he'll be marked down. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Denver right after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team will be featured prominently in those highlights.
Might be a little biased.
Now let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. 3rd and 2. Now Osweiler. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. To throw again is Osweiler. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Not to turn away any of our viewers, but worth mentioning, I suppose, no team has ever come back from a deficit of this size and won an NFL game. The largest ever was 32 by the Bills over the Oilers in 1993. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. And McManus able to put it through. And that will narrow this, if that's even the right word, to a 30-point deficit. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start it on the ground with Morris. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Broncos don't have much to hang their hat on after the first half. The Cowboys have done whatever they want, and they'll just try to keep that up in the second half. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. Early in the first, Thomas is by himself here, and after the short pass, he'll score. They strike first in the half. 1st and 10, Dak's throw into the hands of his veteran tight end, Jason Witten. And this goes 12 yards for the score. Cowboys tied up at 7. Head to late in the first. Prescott's going to look for a gap, and he'd cap off the 9-play drive with a TD. That puts them up by a touchdown. Now 1st and 10. Bryant's wide open here on the catch, and this long run goes for a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 20. Cowboys have it midway through the second. Prescott gonna connect here with big number 88, Des Bryant. And he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 28-yard line. Sticking with the same drive, Prescott's gonna take off here, and this run goes for a touchdown. Now to late in the first half, the Cowboys go up by 27. Morris is going to bust out into the open space, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Kill. Here we go.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Morris. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Prescott from the gun. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's nothing new for him, a pick six. He had 2 of those in the regular season last year.
You're hoping to get 1 in a career, let alone 2 in a season. And to be able to judge what's going on, read patterns, go after the football, sometimes catch a good break, whatever it takes, paying it off with a pick six is a big-time deal.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Here's a handoff to begin the drive to Morris. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Prescott from the gun on third. He's airing it out for Williams. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And they'll try to fire up the running game with C.J. Anderson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Again, Anderson. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. Looks to be right around the 40. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
All right, here we go.
Booker on first down. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, that was a great example of what we've been told from the time we first put on pads as little guys in the backyard. Effort will be rewarded if you keep giving it. And how about that run? Broke through a couple of tackles, refused to go down, legs churning. I like what I saw there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Running again, and again it's Booker. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Second down following the run.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Green, 39! Green, 39!
Now they'll throw it with Osweiler. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Throwing, Osweiler. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Extra point try by Bailey. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one taken from the 7. And coming out now, the Broncos. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down, Osweiler. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Osweiler going to give it to his tailback, Anderson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, Osweiler. And that is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. And the yardage just continues to pile up. We're still in the 3rd quarter. He's had a heck of a game.
Keep your calculator handy because these numbers are skyrocketing. Loving watching what he's doing right now because, what do we call it, in the zone?
Yeah, he's in the zone.
I think he's in the zone plus right now. Everything is like a laser.
See if he can stay in that zone. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. Now Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're running right through him. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open, so it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Bryce Butler with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys add on.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Time for us to spotlight C.J. Anderson. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. Find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
Double tight, double tight. Hey.
Carry number 20 coming up for Anderson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. From the gun on 3rd down, Osweiler. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost, but this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
Let's go.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. They run again on first down. Anderson. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Here we go. 3-19.
On the handoff, this is Booker. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
Let's go.
They'll run. Anderson. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Osweiler. And it's caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on third and goal from the 1.
Here we go. 4 down.
Osweiler. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. And McManus able to put it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, I guess we're at the stage here where they wouldn't say no to any points, but I don't think field goals are what they're looking for here in the second half.
I don't either, Brandon. When you're down as much as they are, that's a sign of a head coach waving the white flag to me.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. All right, here we go. 3-19.
The first throw here for the left-hander, Kellen Moore. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ep2. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
When we talk about Ep2, technique is not the word that comes to mind, but don't worry about that. This guy anticipates as well as anyone in the league, and he did just that, picking off another pass.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11.
4 down. 4 down. Check. Here we go. 3-19.
Osweiler with a give. This is Anderson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. And this is going to be incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And McManus able to put it through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
All right, now look at Bill Pepper. Detroit. Set.
They begin the drive with Morris. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
No. Leopard. Now let's go. 3-19. Check.
On the end around, here comes Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. The Cowboys on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Moore. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
90 catches, close to 1,100 yards last year for Thomas. For most guys, that'd be incredible. For Thomas, those numbers his lowest since 2011.
Well, he does have his old offensive coordinator back, so I'm sure he's expecting to get...
And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here we go now.
Following the fumble recovery. Moore. They'll roll him out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
This is Morris. Room here to run. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Detroit! No.
again with Morris. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They go play action here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
And down he goes in the end zone. Osweiler unable to get away, and that results in a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Here's Morris. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Back down to that Philly. Here we go. Now let's go. 3, Leopard. Over. Landing.
On the carry, here's Smith. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out.
Tight end left. 3 down. Here we go. 3.
On first down, Osweiler toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Osweiler, and it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Our focus now moving to Dez Bryant as he heads back out there. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the one touchdown score to this point. Yards to go here on second down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Moore now, operating from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the corner. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. After the interception, here's Osweiler. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. David Irving able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Now Osweiler on second down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he will go down. A CowBoyz sack. Demarcus Lawrence getting him once again. His third sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. It's picked up by the Broncos. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10 now. Osweiler. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrone Crawford able to track him down for a loss of 13, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
All right, here we go.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
Hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Out now comes the CowBoyz punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now Osweiler on first down. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. David Irving in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Third and long. It's Osweiler. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And now here come the Cowboys. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check 43. Check 13. Check 13.
Now it's Morris. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Here we go now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room, and they will hand things over to their backup quarterback. Rolling to his right. They find some open field here. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now more on third down. He'll buy some time right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
All right, here we go.
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
I'm going to forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
2nd and 10. It's Osweiler again. A dump off to Anderson. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the gun, it's Osweiler. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
They are, by the way, into the 4th quarter now in Oakland. And it was the Raiders who were able to come away with a victory there. Derek Carr, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there. Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
They'll roll him out right. And he comes back with one complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Between 39.
Off play action. Moore. Tough to bring Bryant down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a CowBoyz touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.